After checking out this film, I absolutely need to check out the first one. This film was insane, and I loved every moment of it. Let's jump into my review of the new film, Terrifier 2. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the film Terrifier 2, which is coming to theaters October 6th. Man, this film was crazy. 2 hours of just non-stop chaos, completely unhinged, and to the point that I enjoyed this film so much I really do need to go back and check out the first one. This is a film that if you are ready for spooky season, you want to put this one on your list, because this one does a lot of the things I love about a good old slasher. Number one, with our demonic killer clown, Art the Clown, who is played by David Howard Thornton, who is so damn good in this. I almost want to say he's likable, because he does such a fantastic job in making scenes where he doesn't have any dialogue in this. It's all about his mannerisms and how he emotes, that you just kind of like, wow, he's very psychotic, and I think I like him. And yes, Art the Clown, and I think his name is possibly Art, but I'm just going to just say this. It's because he has a very artistic style of killing, where each one of his kills are so uniquely different, you just cannot think and picture how he's going to outdo himself from the previous one. But this film introduces Lauren LaVera, who plays Sienna, who is your final girl in this film. Now, it's a little bit of an up and down for me in terms of which one did I like more until the final act, where I got to say she kicked ass, and that final act for her in this was really like, okay. But certainly Lauren as Sienna takes you on a ride as she sort of battling some visions and some thoughts and things happening around her, maybe some gaslighting and whatnot, but ultimately there's a slasher, a clown after her, and well, she's gonna have to do what she can to protect herself. And this also has some other folks involved here. I mean, listen, you're not going to have a horror film without Felissa Rose, and yes, she is in this. I just don't know how she makes time for all these films, but she's in everything. And then you also have Chris Jericho in this, pro wrestler Chris Jericho, so it was cool to see him in this film as well too. But I gotta say, listen, I think about 80% of this film I was just kind of just like, I don't know how I feel. There's so much happening right now, and it's being thrown at you left and right that it's just so hard to get a grasp for how to feel. But I think if I had to try to give some emotions to this, I was very satisfied, because like a good old slasher, right and bright early in this film, you're getting right to the down and dirty instantly. So you automatically feel just the chaotic presence right away. And the film is so bizarre because it does so many things, and I literally just had my moments of just my jaw was just completely dropped, and then I just bust out laughing because it was just taking me all over the place. And I just don't think I could make sense of all of the craziness. It just was so completely unhinged. And I think that, like, if there was a bit of rules in this, then they completely threw it out the windows, because there's absolutely no rules in it. The movie's all over the place. Like, it just does what it wants to do, and I enjoy that. As I said, it's pure chaos. And it's gross, it's unsettling, it's creepy, and yes, it's funny. All of those emotions. And I swear to God, this film had no problems pulling skin off any part of the body. Flesh left and right, folks. And this crazy psychotic clown, again, Art, is just, when you see him on screen, you just can't take your eyes off him, because I think the performance here, again by David, is so captivating that you just want to see what is he going to do next. And they have these moments where they'll show him, then they'll turn away, then they show him again and he's in another pose, and again he has no lines, so he's just all emotes and mannerisms. And it's hard to, it's kind of funny to say, but like, you like it because you're just like, oh, he's putting on a show like a pure clown. And if you're scared of clowns, I mean, this is just not the film for you, for real. And even when he laughs by emotes, the facial expressions are so funny that you just can't help but to laugh. And it's also funny because really no one suspects him of anything at times. You're just like, really? Like, he looks like he's up to no good. And people are still giving him very friendly, sort of undetecting sort of conversation and approaches to him. It's I don't know. I guess this is a part of the craziness it is. But with that being said, you know, again, this is brutal and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And I think at times some of the acting could be questionable, but I also think that also makes the film even more crazy, and I love it. And I just can't help but to say it over and over again that some of my favorite parts had to do with art. His performance was truly everything I cared about. And then I gotta say again that, like, Lauren as your final girl, because like a part of a horror film, you want to kind of feel for the safety of our protagonist. But for me, half the time, I was just like, I just want to see Art kill more folks. When Art wasn't on the screen, I was like, can we get back to Art killing folks? So, you know, there was that. But I think that, I don't know. One other thing I will say is that this film certainly has like this 80s time period and aesthetic and feel. So like, you know, horror films I thought was at its prime during that era. And I think this, you know, always kind of paying homage back to that sort of background, that print is always a good look. And this film does a fantastic job in doing that. So I don't know when you want to go much further on this one, but to say, go see this one. The Terrifier 2 is a must watch. I enjoyed this film a lot. It is in theaters October 6th. Be ready, because you're really not going to be ready what you're going to get in this film. But whenever you do check it out, please jump in the comments. And again, really quickly, hats off to the writer and director Damien Leone, who is back for this second film. He's also did All Hallows Eve. I want to see more, so I need this Terrifier 3 to be loaded up right away for next spooky season, for real, for real. But yeah, definitely go out and support. Jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about this one. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.